Alright, friends, here's Shrek the Musical, explained by a very sleep-deprived teenager. So basically, there's this little ogre named Shrek, and it's his 7th birthday. And his parents sing to him that because he's 7 years old, he has to leave. So basically, his childhood is done, and he's done. I'm worried my dogs are gonna jump on. They've jumped on the pressure plate for me before. Basically, because he's now 7 years old, I'm going back to my base. I'm so sad. I did it. How do I even begin to explain what just happened? I said, I know this dog is gonna come and, like, ruin my life, but I didn't see her anywhere, so I'm assuming she was fine. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. You can't make that up. So there's this, ogre named Shrek, and his parents tell him because he's 7 years old, his childhood's over and he has to leave and never come back. And then there's this girl named Fiona, and her parents tell her it's time for her to be locked in a tower until somebody comes and rescues her, right? And so basically, fast forward like 20 plus years, and Shrek's in his swamp, and he's living his life, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of these fairy tale creatures are being let in, and they're told, hey, you can't return back, or you will be executed. You can't come back to Duloc. And they're singing a story of my life, and they're just talking about how their life sucks. And then Shrek comes in, and he's like, Ro, what the heck? What are you doing in my swamp? And they're like, we have to be here. If only there was a strong, green-looking man that could go talk to Mr. Farquaad. So, Shrek goes to talk to Mr. Farquaad to get these people off his land. And as he's walking there, he meets this donkey guy who he saves from these Duloc guards. And the song gets sung, and they get to Duloc, and another song gets sung, and Farquaad is full of himself, and he continues to be a little more full of himself. And basically Shrek comes in when he's about to do a raffle as, I completely skipped they have a Do You Know the Muffin Man bit with the gingerbread man, where, he's told by Gingy, Farquaad's told by Gingy, hey bestie, in order to be a king, you have to find a princess and, marry her. So, don't worry, there's this one locked in a tower. So, he needs to find somebody to go do that for him. So, they sing the song, and as he's about to do, like, the raffle for everything, Shrek comes in, and, Farquaad's like, OMG, you're gonna go and get this princess for me, and I'll get these people off your land. And he's like, fine, whatever. So, skip a bit, and then all of a sudden, we're with Fiona, and Fiona is singing about how, she knows someone will come rescue her eventually, and she's been in this, tower for a long, long, long time. So and then Shrek and Donkey come along, Shrek leaves Donkey, Donkey meets a dragon, who says, he's gonna stay with her forever. Forever, you're gonna stay another night, another name, but all in all, you're all the same. And basically, so that song happens, and then, Fiona gets rescued by Shrek, and then Donkey gets rescued by Shrek, and they're all running away from this dragon. And then, end of Act 1, Fiona goes and lays down in a cave while Shrek talks to Donkey about how much his life sucks, and Fiona is green! OMG! So, Act 2 starts, and Fiona's talking about how she loves the morning and stuff, and she sings about how she's a morning person, and honestly, I just can't relate to that. She's like, I've always been a morning person, I'm a morning girl. And there's a big dance break. There's a big dance break, and they're tap dancing with rats. and that happens. And then she and Shrek sing about how they both have terrible lives and who has the worst life. And then they start to like each other, right? After doing like a bunch of burps and farts and stuff. So like really, really getting in there. And then we go back to Farquaad, who's singing about his life, where it's secretly revealed to us that he's a storybook creature himself. So by sending all the storybook creatures away, he was being a massive hypocrite. But he was talking about how his dad is grumpy, and his mom was the princess from Princess and the Pea. What's it? Once Upon a Mattress. Yeah, that's another musical. Woo. So after that song finishes, he's preparing for his wedding and all that. He's excited for Fiona. Then we cut back to Shrek, who's wants to confess to Fiona instead of like giving her to Farquaad, and he like is singing to the people about his woes and how anxious he is and how he's bad with words when words fail. And then he overhears Donkey, who just caught Fiona as an ogre, and hears her. We have a little miscommunication where it sounds like Fiona is calling Shrek like ugly and disgusting when she's really calling herself ugly and disgusting. So she gets a little pep talk from Donkey, but it's too late because Shrek heard, and I'm so sad about my dog. This is actually so upsetting to me. Where is that? And as she's like singing about how she's like ready to like talk to Shrek, because she actually is secretly very much into Shrek, here comes Farquaad, and Shrek is really mad at her, and she's like, fine. And then they're like, I never want to see you again, blah 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 blah. And never want to see you again. And then she goes away with Farquaad, who's really short, by the way. And then Shrek sings about how he's gonna build a wall around his swamp and not let anyone in, and he's just gonna be lonely the rest of his life. And then we cut back. I think we cut back. I think we cut back to the storybook creatures first. Where they're talking about how I can't believe we got evicted from a swamp and now I think it's like a garbage place. Yeah, it's a garbage place. I was in this musical like 2 years ago, guys. It's been a minute. And Pinocchio's like, man, none of this would have happened if I were a real boy. It's because I'm a stupid storybook creature, blah, 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 blah. And then Gingy gets mad, and they all sing about how to let your freak flag raise, and it's okay to be different. What makes us different, what makes us special, makes us strong. Donkey tells Shrek that there was a miscommunication, but he can't tell Shrek what the miscommunication was, right? But says there is miscommunication, and maybe Fiona secretly likes him, so maybe we gotta go stop this wedding. So we get to the wedding, and it's almost sunset, which is when Fiona becomes an ogre, and they're like saying they're like starting to do the stuff when Shrek's like, no, girly pop, and everyone's like, blah 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 blah, and he confesses his love, and that's upsetting. He confesses his love, and everyone's like, whoa. This is horrible. This is a horrible game. This is an evil game. How does... I get, like, I would be fine if it was an adult fox, but a little kid, like a baby fox? A little kid fox. Oh my god, I'm tired. Where was I? So he interrupts the wedding, and, Farquaad starts making fun of Shrek for doing that, and then the fairy tale creatures come in, and Fiona runs off, and storybook creatures are like, you're a storybook creature yourself, and then we get Grumpy in here saying hi ho, and then that's a really cool moment. And then Fiona comes back in, and she's an ogre, and Farquaad starts talking about how ugly she is, and then the dragon comes in and eats Farquaad. Truly the best moment of the show. And then they all sing a happy song called This Is Our Story after Fiona and Shrek confess their love, obviously, because, yeah. But this is our story. And then they do bows, but right as you think like that's the end, right? Nope. They're gonna sing I'm a believer, and it's gonna be really good. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, and just sing I believe over and over again. And then that's the end of the show, and it's really good. Sometimes it's really good. It can be really good. Oh my god, I had a map. Huh. Well, that's been it. My dog died. I saw a wolf attack and kill a fox kid. I don't know what the name for a fox, little baby fox is. I actually, this is like, I'm so bad. Like, I had to continue with the recording, but I am so baffled that happened. Like, my heart hurts. I love that dog. Anyway, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. No, it hasn't. Okay.